So today we are going to start our first test, that is mock test 1, Ibps Clerk mains. So first, quantitative aptitude part. The first 5 questions are based on approximations. So 105% of 1200 plus 11.80% of 2360 plus is equal to 21.99, 22% of how much, plus 1420.99. If you simplify here, how much you are going to get? This is 22 percentage of how much? So it is how much? 1260. It is some 283.1260 plus 283.32 minus 1421 minus is equal to 22 percentage of some x. So what is going to be x here? X you are going to get how much? Approximately 550. So answer is 550. Next, 0.98 percentage means 1%. 1% of 7824 is 78.24 plus 4842 divided by 119.46 means 120. 120 minus 78. So 4842 by 120 minus 78 plus 78.24 is approximately equal to 40. Next question. 42 square minus 18 square is equal to 13 square minus 139. 42 square minus 18 square by x, which is nothing but 42 plus 18 into 42 minus 18 divided by 169 minus 139, which is 30. So 60 into 24 by 30. So answer is 48. Answer is 48 after simplification. Next, 25 square by 34 in 34 divided by 20. 34 divided by 20 plus 67.68 minus 90. So on simplification, how much you are going to get here? It is 368 plus 68 minus 89, which is 347 we are going to get. It is 45, first square root is 45 into 16 plus 20 into how much? Be equal to 34 into 40. 34 into 40 is how much? 34 into 40 is 1360. 1360. So how much you are going to get here? You are going to get root x as 32. So 32 square is 1024. 1024. Next, question number 6 to 10 based on DI, the average number of boys from A and D in the year 2011 is what percent of the number of girls in C from 2011. So please see here, if you simplify here, boys in the year 2011, total number of students is 924. Boys and girls, the ratio 4:7. So 11 parts is 924. 1184s are. Thereby, boys are 4 parts. That is 336. And boys in D in the year 11, 13 parts is 806. 13 parts is 806. So 8 parts would be 496. Okay, so 336 plus 496, which is how much? It is 832. 832. Average means divide by 2, which is 416. 416. And girls in college C in the year 2011. Girls in C, 27 parts is 918. Thereby 17 parts would be 578. So it is asked for this 416 is what percentage of 578. So the answer is slightly more than 70%. Slightly more than 70%. So answer is 72%. Next question. What is the respective ratio between the total number of students of college C and E together in 2011 and total number of students in D and E together in 2012? So total number of students in C and E in 2011 is how much here? It is 918 plus 792, which is 1710. Total number of students in D and E together in 2012. In 2012, it is how much? 1620. 1620. What is the ratio of these two? 0, 0 cancel. 19 9s are 19 8s are. 8 how many times? 9 19s are 9 18s are 9 18s are 19 is to 18. 19 is to 18. Next, only 25% of students from E from 2011 were related to sociology. If 100 boys in college E in 11 were related to sociology, how many girls in the same college in the same year were related to sociology? So college E in the year 2011, out of 792, 25% means it is 198 are sociology. Girls related to sociology are 198 minus 100, which is how much? 98. So answer is 98. It is given that 100 are boys, so remaining 98 are girls. Now next, please see in college D, 80% of girls purchased science books in 2012. If the average cost per book purchased by college D in 2012 was 396 rupees, what was the amount spent? What was the amount spent? What was the amount spent by the girls in college D for purchasing books in 2012? If you see here, girls in college D in 2012 is how much? 5 by 9th of 585, which is equal to 325. It is given that 80% of 325 is how much? 260. So now 260 into 396 is how much? 102960. 102960. So answer is 2. Next, what is the total number of girls in all the given colleges? Total number of girls in all given colleges in 2011. So first one, if you see, it is 7 by 11. 7 by 11 of 924. Second one, it is 6 by 19 of 836. And third one, it is 17 by 27 of 918. And then 5 by 13 of 806. And finally last one, 7 by 18 of 792. If I add all these things, how much you are going to get? 2048. So 2048, option A is correct. Right. So you need to do it very fast, the calculations. Now question number 11. Sukumar borrowed total amount of 32,500 from his 3 friends Raj, Gokul and Dhamu. All of his friends apply different rates of interest in such a way that Raj applies 12%, Gokul applies 16%, and Dhamu applies 18% rate respectively. And total he gives 5090 as interest. If the amount that Sukumar had taken from Raj is 18 by 25 of the amount taken from Dhanu, then find the amount Sukumar has taken from Gokul. So let the amount taken from Dhanu is some x. Dhamu is some x. Then from Raj would be it is 18x by 25. Right? Now amount taken from Gokul would be 32,500 minus x minus 18x by 25, which is equal to how much? 32,500 minus 43x by 25. And it is given that uh, and what we know here, 18x by 25 ka 12 percentage and 32,500 minus 43x by 25 at the rate of 16 percentage and x at the rate of 18 percentage. The total interest is how much? Totally gives how much? 5090. 5090. If you simplify this, the value of x you are going to get is 12,500. 12,500. So amount taken from Gokul would be 32,500 minus 43 into 12,500 divided by 25, which is nothing but 11,000 is the answer. Clear? Now question number 12. Sudhev marks up all jeans in his shop 20% higher. He gave 25% discount on 2/5 of the total jeans and 12% discount on 1/4 of total jeans. Sudhev gets an overall profit of 2.3%. Then find the percentage discount should be given by Sudhev to customers on remaining. So 100 jeans and the cost. Let me take the total number of jeans as 100. Total number of jeans is 100. Okay, and the cost price of each jeans is 100. When marked up by 20%, the market price should be 120. Okay, and after selling, after that, what would be the selling price? How much you're going to get? 100 into 102.3, which is equal to 10,230 is the overall selling price. Overall selling price. And selling price of 40 is in. Selling price of all this is. Okay. Selling price of 40. 2/5 means 40. Selling price of 40 is how much? 40 into 120 into 75%, which is equal to 3,600. And selling price of 1/4. 1/4 means how much? Selling price of 25. So 25 into 120 into 12% discount. So 88 by 100, which is equal to 2640. So the remaining are how many? 35. Remaining are how many? 35. So on this 35, on this remaining 35, 35 into 120 into some X percentage discount is given and sold. Thereby it would be how much? How much you are going to get? 4,200. Okay, 4,200 into 100 minus X by 100. And this value would be how much? Sum of all this has to be 10,230. Sum of this and this. Sum of these three is 10,230. If you simplify this, you will get X as 5%. X as 5%. Thereby answer is 5%. Answer is 5%. Next, what is the age of the Ganesh mother at the age of time of his sister's marriage? Ganesh was born 30 years after his father was born. His sister was born 25 years after his mother was born. The sum of the ages of those four members at present is 105 years. His sister will get married 5 years from now and will leave the family. Then the sum of the ages of those three members at that time is 110 years. What is the age of Ganesh mother at the time of his sister's marriage? So if you see here, if the father's age is X, Ganesh age would be X minus 30. And mother's age, if it is Y, then sister's age would be y minus 25. So x plus y plus x minus 30 plus y minus 25. This total is 105. Total is 105. So from this you will get 2x plus 2y is equal to 160. So x plus y is equal to 80. So after marriage, it is x plus y plus x minus 30 plus each increased by what? So 5 into 3, which is equal to 110. Which is equal to how much? 110. The sum of the ages of those three is how much? 110. 110. Now from this you get 2x plus y is equal to 125. So from this you got y has 35. Y has 35. So sisters at time of sisters marriage, 35 plus 5. So answer is 40. Answer is 40. Next, question number 14. What value of speed of the trains reduced? At 11 a.m., a train with speed of 72 km per hour started from station P towards Q, while at the same time another train started from Q with a speed of 90 km per hour towards P. Both trains are expected to cross each other at 3:30 p.m. Due to the signal problem arising at 2 p.m., the speeds of both trains reduced by same value. They then crossed each other at 6:30 p.m. 6:30 p.m. So what is the speed of the train reduced? So what you can take here, so if they are traveling at 72 and 90 km per hour, so like 72 into 4.5 hours plus 90 into 4.5 hours. Together it is 729 kilometer. The total distance. Distance up to 2 p.m. Distance up to 2 p.m. they travel. Up to 2 p.m. How much they could travel? 72 into 3 plus 90 into 3, which is equal to how much it is? 180. 72 into 3, 216 plus 72 into 3, 216, 90 into, it is 486. So what is the remaining distance left? The remaining distance left is 243. So after they have reduced their speeds and reached at 6:30, it has taken more 4.5 hours. So 72 minus x, both are traveling in opposite directions. So I am adding their speeds into 4.5 is equal to 243 is equal to, so if I solve this, I will get x is equal to 50. X is equal to 54. So option 1. Next, approximately what is the total amount returned by Sukumar? Sukumar took an educational loan from a bank for his 2 years course of MSc. He took the loan of 5 lakhs such that he would be charged 7% per annum compound interest. His course during his course and 9% compound interest after the completion of his course. He returned half of the amount which he has paid on the completion of his studies and the remaining after 2 years. So if you see here on 5 lakh, okay, 107 by 100 whole square is equal to how much? 572450, the total amount. He returned how much? 286,225. 286,225. Half of that. So the remaining is how much? 286,225. Now you have how much? 109 by 100. 9% is compound interest. So how much you are going to get? It is 340063.9225. So total amount he is paying, sum of these two, which is 626288. 626288 means option 4. Next, T can do a piece of work in 45 days. You can do the same work in 60 days. If on the first day S worked alone, and on the second day S and T work together, and on Friday S and U work together, S can do a piece of work in 30 days. If they repeat the cycle as follows, in how many days can the work be completed? So here see 3 days work. So first day 1 by 30. First day how much? 1 by 30. Second day how much? 1 by 30 plus 1 by 45. Third day how much? 1 by 30 plus 1 by 60. So in 3 days how much work is done? 25 out of 180. 25 out of 180. So like that 25 sevens are 175. So from 175 in 3 sevens are 21 days. In 21 days 175 minutes is done. Now 22nd day who is going to do 5, only 5 by 6, only 5 by 6 out of 180 he can do 6 units. So 21 5 by 6, 21 5 by 6 is the answer. The cost of packaging an apple is 20% the cost of fresh apples themselves. The cost of apples increased by 30%, but the cost of packaging decreased by 50%. Then what is the percentage change in the cost of packed apples? If the cost of packed apples is equal to the sum of the cost of fresh apples and the cost of packaging, the initial cost of fresh apples, let me take as 100, and packaging cost is 20. So the initial cost would be 120. After increasing the cost of price to 30% means it becomes 130. Cost of packaging cut down by 50% means it has become 10 rupees. Then 130 plus 10, 140 it has become. So 140, 120, what is difference? 20. 20. So 20 is what percentage of 120? 20 is what percentage of 1 by 6 means 16.66. Next, find Kavin's savings in the year as compared to his annual income of 50,000 rupees. Kavin's average monthly expenditure for the first 4 months of the year was 2600. For the next 5 months, the average monthly expenditure was 400 more than what it was in the first 4 months. Then he spent 5,600 in the remaining 3 months of the year. So Kavin's average monthly expenditure for the first 4 months of the year is 2600. So the total is 4 into 2600, which is 10,400. Right? For the next 5 months, it is 400 more. 400 more means 3000. So it is 3000 into 5, which is 15,000. Okay, and he spent 560 rupees in all during the remaining months of the year. Remaining months of the 5,600. So what is the total? The total would be 31,000. 31,000. Out of 50,000, if I subtract 31,000, then the saving is how much? 19,000. 19,000, what percentage of 15,000? Which is 38%. 38%. So answer is 38%. Next one. Question number 19. A boy rows a certain place and comes back. By mistake, he covers 2/3 more distance while coming back. The total time for this journey is 20 hours. The ratio of speed of boat to the speed of stream is 2:1. The difference between the upstream and downstream speed is 24 km per hour. Then how much time will the man take to reach the starting point from his present position? So speed of the boat and speed of the stream. If I take 2x and x, okay, so then the speed of the downstream speed would be 3x, and upstream speed would be x. Now what do I have? Downstream distance, the distance by 3x, and 5d by 3x is equal to 20. If I solve for d, I got d as 10x. And it's also given that 2x plus x, 2x plus x, what is given? The upstream, the difference between upstream and downstream. Upstream and downstream difference, 3x minus x is equal to how much? 24. So that implies x is equal to 12. Thereby d is equal to how much? 10 into 12, 120. So to come to the original point, he has to cover 2/3 of 120, which is 80 kilometer. So what would be his speed? Speed in the downstream 3x, which is 3 into 12, 36. So how much time it will take? 80 by 36. 80 by 36. So it means how much time? More than 2 hours. 2 hour 13 minutes. 2 hour 13 minutes. Three different categories of jobs, A, B and C. The average salary of the students who got the job of A and B categories is 32 lakhs per annum. The average salary of the student who got the job of B and C category is 54 lakhs per annum. The average salary of those students who got the job of A and C is 44 lakhs per annum. The most appropriate closest range of average salary of all the three categories is how much? So what is the answer? Here the number of students who got the jobs of A, B and C is not given. Their averages are given, average salaries are given. So A and B would be, I am taking as total 32 into A plus B. B and C total I am taking as 54 into B plus C. And total salary of A and C, it is 44 into A plus C. Right? Now what is the total salary you are going to get? Just divide 32 into, just divide this, take this sum and what? Divide this by 2 into A plus B plus C. 2 into A plus B plus C. So how much I am going to get here? If I simplify this, I am going to get some 38 plus. So 38, it should be more than 38. More than 38 I have to get. More than 38 and less than 54. More than 38 and less than 54. So answer would be option 3. Next, Krish and Raisa got married 9 years ago when the age of Raisa was 20% less than Krish. 6 years from now, the age of Raisa will be only 12.5% less than Krish. Now they have 6 children including single, twins and triplets, and the ratio of their ages is 2:3:4 respectively. What can be the maximum possible value for the present age of this family? So the present age of Krish is not known, Raisa is not known, and x minus 9, y minus 9, 9 years ago. How much? If it is 100, it is 80. And after 6 years, x plus 6, y plus 6 is 100 by 87.5. If you solve these two, I am going to get x as 34, y as 29. The maximum age of any child must be less than 9 years. Less than 9 years. So 2:3:4. So 4, 6, 8. 4, 6, 8. 4, 6 and 8. Maximum possible value of the present age of the family would be how much? 34 plus 29 plus 2 into 4 plus 3 into 6 plus 4 into 8. So how much you are going to get? It is 121. 121 is the answer. Now, question number 22. A man mixes 240 kg of wheat at the rate of 15 rupees per kg with some ragi at the rate of 25 rupees per kg. He sells this mixture of wheat and ragi at the rate of 26 rupees per kg and makes a profit of 30%. So, by selling 26, profit of 30%, 130% is 26. So mean cost price is 20. Mean cost price is 20. Find the quantity of ragi mixed with the wheat. So I am taking wheat and ragi 15 and 25. The mean cost price is 20. So 25 minus 25, 5. So 1 is to 1. 1 is to 1. So 240 kg. So what is the quantity of ragi? Quantity of a man mixes 240 kg of wheat. If this one part is 240, this one part is also 240. So answer is 240. Answer is 240. Ashwin, Bala and Chandru start a business in partnership with initial investments of 4200, 3600 and 2400 respectively. After 4 months from the start of business, Ashwin invests an additional amount of 1000 rupees in the business. After 6 months from the start of business, Bala and Chandru invest additional amounts in the ratio 1:2. After 10 months, they get a total profit of 2820. If the share of Ashwin in profit be 1200 rupees, then what was the additional investment made by Bala? So the initial investments of Bala, if it is X, Chandru would be 2X. So Ashwin's profit, Bala's profit and Chandru's profit. So please see here, it is 4200 into 4 months, then 5200 for remaining 6 months. Whereas Bala's 3600 for 6 months. After that, if he is adding some X amount for next 4 months, then Chandru's would be initially how much? 2400 for 6 months. After that, if it is X, it is 2X, whatever is added, 2400 plus 2X for next 4 months. So what is going to be the ratio? It is 12,000 is to 9,000 plus X is to 6,000 plus X plus 2X. So what will be the Ashwin's share here? Ashwin's share would be 12,000 divided by, the total is 27,000 plus 3X into 2820. And it would be how much you are going to get? How much you are going to get from, if I simplify this, 27,000 plus 3x is the value, yes or no, is equal to 12,000 divided by 1200 into 2820. So from this I got x is equal to how much? 400. So answer is 400. Answer is 400. So here next question number 24. In a carom competition involving some boys and girls, every player needs to play exactly one game with every other player. It was found that 190 games both the players were girls, and in 435 games both players were boys. What is the total number of games in which one person was boy and the other person was a girl? So you can say here, number of games in which both players were girls is 190. So WC2 is 190. So from this W into W would be 20. W would be 20. Both are boys. So I am taking MC2 is 435. So M would be 30. M would be 30. So girls are 20, boys are 30. And one boy, one girl. So it is 30 C1 into 20 C1, which is 600. How much? 600 is the answer. Next question. A seller purchases a bangle and a ring for 195 rupees. He sells them making a profit of 5% on the bangles and 8% on a ring. He earns a profit of 15 rupees. The difference between the original prices of the ring and the bangles is equal to how much? So the cost price of bangle, if it is X, then the cost price of ring would be 195 minus X. So 5% of X plus 85 percentage, 85 of 195 minus X. Okay, am I correct? 85 or how much? 8%, na? 8% is equal to how much? 15. If you simplify this, I will get X as 20. X as 20. So cost price of bangles X is 20. Thereby cost price of ring is 175. So bangle is 20, ring is 175. The difference is 155. Now next, 5 questions are based on series. Which is the wrong number? 6, 11, 18, 28. If you see here, plus 5, plus 7, plus 9 has to be there. 28 is the wrong term here. Next, 74, 58, 50, 45, 44, 43. If you see here difference is 1. Here difference is 16. Here difference is how much? 8. 16, 8, half. 50, 46 it has to be. Then difference is 4. Then 46 and 4 difference will be 2. 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. So difference becomes half. So wrong term is 45. Wrong term is 45. Now next, 93, 62, 31. 62 plus 31 is 93. Is it so? No. What I can do here, 93 divided by 1.5. 62 into 1.5 is 3 actually. Okay, so it is divided by 1.5. Divided by 2. Next has to be divided by 2.5. Divided by 2.5. So 31 divided by 2.5 is it 12? 12 into 2.5 is 30. So this is 12 is wrong. 12 is wrong. 500, 250, 250, 375. If you see here, 500 into 0.5. 250 into 1. And 250 into 1.5. Then 375 into 2 is 750. So 740 is the wrong number. Next question. 5,000, 1,000, 245, 8 and 16. 5,000 by 5. 1,000 by 5. 200 by 5 is 40. 40 by 5, 8. 8 by 5, 1.6. So wrong term is 45. Wrong term is 45. Now next question based on DI. The following pie chart shows males and females in 5 different states. So pie 1 and 2 shows the percentage of illiterate males and illiterate females of different cities. What is the total number of illiterate females in state C? In state C. Please see here, it is literate, the above one is illiterate. So if you see here, percentage of females in state C, percentage of females in state C is how much? 15%. So percentage of literate females is how much? 15%. Their percentage of illiterate will be 85%. So it is 85% of 180. 85% of 180, which is how much? 153. 153 is the answer. Next, 32. The literate female in state B is what percentage more than illiterate males in state C? percentage of illiterate, percentage of state B minus literate female would be how much? State B. In state B, how many literate male are female are there? In state B, literate female are 25 percentage of 240. Okay, B literate female. How much? 25% of 240, which is 60. And whereas C literate male is how much? 25% of 180, which is 45. So 60 is what percentage more than 45? So it is 1/3, 15 more. So 1/3 more, 33.33 percentage. Next, what is the total number of illiterate females? What is the total number of illiterate females means you have to take the entire value. That is 85 percentage of 200 plus 75 percentage of 240 plus how much? I can take 85 percentage of 180 plus 75 percentage of 196 plus 80 percentage of 240, which is nothing but 170 plus 180 plus 153 plus 147 plus 192. If I add everything, how much I am going to get? 842. So answer is 842. Next, question number 34. What is the total number of literate males? Total number of literate males are how many? It is 82 percentage of 250 plus 180 percentage of 85 percentage of 180 plus 75 percentage of 180 plus 74 percentage of 150 plus 84 percentage of 250. If I add everything, how much I am going to get? It is 205 plus 153 plus 135 plus 111 plus 210. What is sum of all these values? 814. 814 is the answer. Now 35th question. The literate females in state A is what percentage more than in state D? It is the illiterate females in state A. State A illiterate females in state A would be how much? 170. And illiterate females in state D is how much? 147. So this is more than this. This is more than this by how much? 23. 23 is what percentage of 147? So very close to 1 by 6. So very 23 6 are 161 na. So less than 16.66. So answer is 15.64. Okay. Next. On daily basis, there are two flights fly from India to Japan, flight A and flight B. Both flights provide three types of services: first class, business class and economy class. On certain day, flight B has 700 passengers and flight A has 20% more passengers than B. 8% of the total passengers for flight B are overseas first class passengers. The number of Indian to overseas first class passengers in flight B in the ratio 3:2. The number of Indian business class passengers in flight A is 1/9 of the total number of passengers traveling to Japan on the day. Out of the 335 economy class passengers on flight A, 115 are overseas passengers. 20% of the total travelers to Japan travel by business class in flight A. 20% of the business passengers in flight B are Indians in the economy class. The first class of flight A has Indian and overseas passengers. The ratio 5:4. The total number of first class passengers in flight A is 9/10 of the total economy class passengers in flight B. So the business class of flight B has 10 more than overseas passengers. So here flight A and flight B. So classes, first class is there, business class is there, economy is there. Same for A as well as B. B also first class is there, business class is there, and economy is there. And here you have again in first class you have two, Indian and overseas. Indian and overseas you have. So each and every you have two, right? Each and every you have two. So you can say Indian and overseas. Here also 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 Indian and overseas. So now please take the total values. Total values, how much you are going to get. First, business and economy of A. How much, if you simplify as per the given data, you will get 125 and 100 here, 175 and 140 here, and 220 and 115 here, and 84 and 56 here, 84, 160 and 150 here. After calculation, I am telling everything. So 140 and 110 here. Thereby you got the total number of people who are traveling in classes, different classes. So it is 225, it is 315, it is 335, it is 140, it is 310, it is 250. Now what is the difference between the total overseas passengers and total number of Indian passengers in flight A? So 125 plus 1, total Indian passengers in flight A is how much? 125 plus 175 plus 220, which is 520, which is how much? 520. What is the total overseas passengers in both flights? 100 plus 140 plus 115 plus 56 plus 150 plus 110, which is 671. What is the difference of these two? Which is 151. So answer is 151. Next, total number of business class passengers in both flights is approximately what percent of the number of overseas passengers in all classes except business class? Number of business class passengers in both flights is how much? 175 plus 140 plus 160 plus 150, which is nothing but 625. Number of overseas passengers in all classes except business class implies passengers in economy class and first class. Okay, so number of overseas passengers in economy class and first class is how much? 100 plus 115 plus 56 plus 110, which is 381. So now the question is, this 625 is what percentage of 381, which is close to less than 175 percentage, more than 150 percentage. So you have multiple options. So 381 divided by 625 into 100. So how much you are going to get? 25 25 25 fours are, so it is more than 164. 164 percentage is the answer. Now 30, what is the ratio of the Indian passengers in the first and business class of flight A to all the overseas passengers of flight B? So first and business class 125 plus 175. Okay. is to overseas passengers of flight B is 56 plus 150 plus 110. So this is nothing but 300 is to 316, which is 75 is to 79. 75 is to 79 is the answer. Now question number 39. The economy class passengers of both flights is approximately what percent of the total passengers traveling to Japan? The total passengers traveling to Japan is how much? 1575. 1575. Okay. Number of economy class passengers in both the flights is how much? 585. 585 is what percent of this? Which is 37 percentage. So option 1. Next, the last question. Owing to bad weather, all flights to Japan got cancelled. If the reimbursement amount is 25%, 30%, 35% for the economy, business and first class passengers respectively, then what amount did the airline pay as reimbursements? Since here the original cost of tickets is not known, the reimbursement amount cannot be found. So answer is here option 5. Option 5. So in this way, like I have given the overview of the entire mock analysis. Those who have given the test and attending the session, they can get the explanation very well. If you have not given the test directly, if you are watching means, it may be a little bit confusing for you. Those who have given my test and who are attending the explanation, they can be clear with it. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Again, we will meet in our next session. Thank you so much.